welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I am joined with my cousin Karen, and we are going to share a low-carb pumpkin chili recipe with y'all. I am going to let her take over, film this recipe, and it should be a lot of fun. I can guarantee you it's gonna taste delicious.
All right, well, let's get going. We are so glad to have cooler weather here in Oxford. It's been so hot and dry, and now it's cool, and it's time to think about chili and soup. And so I ran across this great recipe to put pumpkin in your chili, and I never heard of putting pumpkin in chili, but it is delicious, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Earlier, we browned our meat. We're starting with 2 pounds of ground turkey, and we browned it. And that's the first thing that goes into the pumpkin chili. You know, you gotta have meat in chili, right? 4 cups of water. And the recipe calls for chicken broth. I very rarely buy chicken broth, but I do buy a better than bouillon chicken base. If you aren't familiar with this and you don't have this in your kitchen, you need to have it in your refrigerator. So I keep pork bouillon base, beef, and chicken bouillon base. And since we're doing turkey and the pumpkin chili, we're using the chicken bouillon base. So I'm putting in about 2 tablespoons of chicken base. And I use this all the time in my soups in place of salt. If it calls for salt, don't grab the salt shaker, grab some better than bouillon base, and it'll give your soups and chilies a whole lot more, a deeper, richer flavor. Let's turn on the stove and let's get this going. So we've got vegetables in our pumpkin chili, and the vegetables, we're gonna put the pumpkin in later, but I'm gonna start with putting in a 15-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. You can use regular diced. I personally like petite diced. And I also used 2 carrots, and you might think carrots do have some carbs in them, but so many soups, especially my chili, calls for a little brown sugar. I don't have to put the brown sugar in it if I put the carrots in it, because it gives it a sweet flavor. So a little carb, but not as much as if you were putting sugar in it. So that's 2 carrots chopped up. Then an onion, or if you're like me and you have no time to cook, I never chop up an onion. I always buy frozen onions because I don't want to spend my time chopping up an onion. You can buy these in the grocery store. If you do want to know, I want some tips on chopping up an onion real fast, there's a blog on my website showing you how to chop up an onion. This is 4 ounces or a cup of bell pepper. Again, if you want to chop up your own bell pepper, go right for it, or you can buy them frozen in the grocery store. And so that's the first part of the pumpkin chili. We've got our vegetables in there, we've got our ground turkey, we've got our broth, and we're gonna let that simmer. And when those vegetables are simmered and tender, then we'll be ready to add our spices and our pumpkin. And oh, wait a minute, forgot one thing. The garlic. Oh yeah. Okay, so I was showing Catherine this the other day. Some of you may have seen this. If you don't have one of these gadgets in your kitchen, you might want to get one from Amazon. You can buy chopped garlic, but there's nothing like fresh clove garlic. And so this, do you hate peeling garlic? Well, this is a garlic peeler. So I put my garlic clove in my peeler and I just rub it. When it comes out, oh, didn't quite do it completely. Let me do a little bit more. So 3 cloves of garlic. And then I'm gonna take that garlic and I'm gonna run it through my garlic press. This also came from Amazon, and I'm just gonna press it. I can get more than 1 clove in there, typically. I'm gonna press that and put that in my chili. A little bit more time than opening a jar and spooning it in, but it's worth the extra time because that fresh garlic just has such a good flavor in your soups and your chilies. All right, so onions, bell pepper, carrots, garlic, ground turkey, and broth, and we're gonna let that simmer, and we'll be right back after we're tender. Okay, so our soup has been simmering for about 30 minutes. The carrots are tender, the onions and bell pepper are tender, and we're ready to add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so I'm ready to add the pumpkin. So a lot of people like to thicken their chili with a little roux or crackers or something if you like a thick chili, but of course that's got carbs in it. And even the pumpkin has some carbs in it, but it also has fiber. And so it cuts those net carbs down for you. And it gives you a thick chili. I put the whole can in. If you want to just put half a can in, you can certainly do that. And so the pumpkin's in. And we're going to add spices. So the recipe calls for a ½ teaspoon of cumin. You got to be careful with cumin. You can overdo the cumin, but just the right amount of cumin really sets off your chili. So a ½ teaspoon of cumin. Then a ½ teaspoon, this is a secret recipe, oregano. Have you ever put oregano in your chili? It really helps give it a depth of flavor. Not a lot of oregano, not nearly as much as you would put in spaghetti. But so I put in about a ½ teaspoon of leaf oregano. I'm going to put in about a ½ teaspoon of black pepper. I love black pepper, and I just think soup needs a little black pepper. Now this is an ingredient that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about. Chili powder. Do you know that all chili powders are not created equal? You really want to find a mild chili powder so that you can put enough chili powder in it that you don't get it too hot, but you're getting that rich chili flavor. So my mother, this is the only chili powder she ever used. It's called Gebhardt's. You can't buy it in the South. So I buy it off of Amazon. Our family members used to send it to her from Arizona. That's where her family was from, and that's the only place that she could get it. So they used to send her, you know, lots of them once a year. But now, thanks to Amazon, you can get it right on Amazon. I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of chili powder in it. That sounds like a lot, but because it's so mild, it's not going to make the chili too hot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do have to be careful about getting my chili powder, getting my chili too hot, because my husband's from Illinois and he didn't like anything spicy. So learned that a long time ago. All right, so we've got everything in the recipe. The recipe that I had called for a little bit of cinnamon. The first time I made it, I wasn't crazy about the cinnamon in it, so I dropped it. But if you want to try a little cinnamon in it, go, be my guest. Okay, so we're going to let that simmer maybe 10 minutes. Just let the spices meld together, and then we'll serve it up. Put a little cheese, avocados, some minced onion, a little sour cream, and it's going to be so good. Okay, so we all just tasted this and decided it needed another tablespoon of chili powder, which I put in. I also realized that I forgot to put in the bay leaf. So I put 2 bay leaves in it, and you can buy your bay leaf at the grocery store. I personally like Turkish bay leaf, so I buy it online. Also, when you do have bay leaf, keep it in the freezer. You want to keep it in a dark area so that, and cool, so that it will not lose its flavor. And then we all agree it needs a little more salt, but remember, we don't put salt. We're going to put some chicken base in it for the salt, just again for that depth of flavor. So I'm going to put another tablespoon of chicken base in it. We're going to let it simmer a little bit longer, and we'll be back. Our pumpkin chili is ready. It is delicious, and we're going to show you how we're going to serve it. So I will serve 8 ounces. This is a little 8-ounce scoop. So 8 ounces of pumpkin chili with, will give you about 5 net carbs in that. So I'm going to put some chili in. Then I'm going to take this chili and I'm going to garnish it with a little sour cream. Gotta have a little dollop of sour cream, cheddar cheese, Oh, I like cheese, so I'm gonna put some more cheese on that. I'm gonna take a little avocado slice on that and a little green onion. Oh, that's gonna be so good.
We both have us a bowl of our low-carb pumpkin chili, and I have to say, this smells absolutely incredible. What an easy recipe to throw together too. But we are about to give it a try. I'm so excited to try it. Oh my gosh, that is fabulous. Holy moly, it tastes like fall in a bowl. This is gonna be so perfect for the cooler weather we're having.
I'm glad you like it. I think it's a keeper. It's going in my recipe box.
Yeah, thank you so much, Karen, for telling us this recipe. But now we are gonna talk a little bit about her no time to cook business, and we're gonna have a really exciting giveaway. I wanna let Karen tell you a little bit about her no time to cook business.
Okay, so No Time to Cook, we're a frozen casserole business. I started with my family recipes, just like pumpkin chili, and we make them, we freeze them in family-sized containers, and you can find them in over 600 Walmart and Kroger stores across the South. So if you are, you can cook pumpkin chili, or cook chicken and dumplings, or cook dressing and chicken, or you can go to our website at notimetocook.com, go to our location page, put in your zip code, and find a Kroger or a Walmart near you, and you don't have to cook at all.
They are currently doing a giveaway for 7 frozen meals that will be delivered directly to your doorstep. So head on over to their Facebook page. I will leave a link at the top of the description box below. So be sure to click that link and follow the instructions to enter. You don't want to miss out on this giveaway, because I have to tell you that those meals are delicious.
All right, well, thank you. We have had a great time. Thanks for coming to my kitchen today, and hope you have and enjoy great pumpkin chili.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.